This oatmeal raisin cookie is the bomb. Good morning. It's Monday morning, bitches. I'm on. I'm on. See if anybody comes on. Good morning, Andrew is. I know my name is. Good morning. It is hot in LA and Inglewood already. It is hot. What is going on? Let's say it's through the morning. Let's do the morning. Let's do the morning check here. It is 10:44, you guys, and it's 83 degrees in Inglewood. 83. What the F? Janaea, Beauty for Ashes. Good morning. Good morning, kids. It is 80 degrees already. I can't believe that. Cheese and crackers. I tried to close my windows. And my windows were, because last night actually it was kind of cool. I saw a breeze going. I don't know. I'm like 80. It's 80 degrees. It's not even noon. What kind of crap is that? But I'm in a better mood today. So I guess I'm sure it's hotter in Texas. I'm sure. But it's all about me. And I'm uncomfortable in Los Angeles. It's hot weather. Not fair. This lemonade's good. 18 Alhambra. So we're here. Super chats are enabled. If you want to do some little something for us on Monday, August 8th, 2022. I just did 2 shows, recorded shows. They'll be out later and stuff. I'm actually in a decent mood today. I was very giggly this morning. I don't know why. I woke up giggly. I don't know. Maybe it's all the Girlfriends episodes I watched last night before I was bed. But I was all giggly. So I'm like, it's just hot. I'm like, okay, it's hot. And my hair is crazy, so that's why it's in here. I'm trying, there's a place, and my sister Sandra's on here. There's a place 3 blocks from my house, closer to where she lives, that I've been to in a long time. And they have these great burritos. Oh my God. I'm just like, do I want to walk the 3 blocks to go down there? I'm trying to figure that out because it's hot. It's hot. It's International Cat Day. Yes, I know. International Cat Day. Have it. I don't got no cats, so. For those who have cats, happy Cat Day. If you have too many cats, there are too many cats out there. You have too many cats. But there are folks who love their cats, and there you go. But cats are like their own little world. So their own little world. Yeah, today I'm in a good mood. Today I'm in a good mood today. So I'm thinking those burritos are so good. Oh my God, they're big. I never finish them. I always have 2 days in a row. I also got leftover food from this weekend from Jollibee and from the other place. I've been trying to eat what I can. Like I take leftovers. Deidra, Bingham. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I went to Christmas Con. I'm going to do a video on Christmas Con. So I'm not going to say much on here, but I did go with my sister. She went. Turns out I talked to somebody this morning. He was there. We didn't see each other. So weird. He was doing security there, and he goes, yeah, I was over by the pond. I was like, I was over there too. That's so weird on Saturday. Because me too. I'm like, you were there, and we didn't see each other. We all had our mask on. So it probably didn't recognize each other because I probably saw him and didn't even know it was him. That's so crazy. So we talked this morning. We were there at the same place at the same time. That's how big LA is. Hello, Caesar Russo. Oh yeah, Christmas Con. It was a con, all right. It was a Christmas con, all right. But yeah, I will talk about the whole Christmas Con in a video. I'll probably be out later today. Yes. We will talk about it. But I did go, and I went from friends and family. It was fun to see. I saw Tony Moore and Chocolate Twin. So I'm a Serafini, my hearty girl. So that was nice. So those two things were nice. So that was good. It was a nice Saturday out, and we went to the Yard House afterwards, and the Yard House was the bomb. I still got some fries from the Yard House, or some nachos from the Yard House. I don't eat that much when I'm hot. I don't eat that much. I just finished my last piece of chicken from Jollibee this morning. I had a leg left over, so I scarfed that down before I did my shows. But yeah, I still got food in the refrigerator still. And I'll probably finish all up today at some point, I guess. I guess. Doing some laundry because I sweated out my clothes yesterday. Ugh. Sweated out of my clothes. And now we went for a new week. It's a new week, kids. It's a new week. I'm here. I'm ready for it. My thing is spelled wrong. Let me check. I'm gonna change this. I have something spelled wrong. Tracy Stevens. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm like, why is that spelled wrong? Okay, something spelled wrong. I'll come back to you guys in a second. I have to do this just in case. Okay, there we go. And my channel. I'll come back to you guys. Give me a second. I think of that. 15 folks are watching. 4 like me so far. Great. So everybody ready for the week? Everybody got things going on this week? It's we're heading towards, we're the second week of August. I can't believe it. I woke up this morning, which is thank you God. We love that, of course, this morning. But I woke up and I did my meditation, did all that, and then I went on to Twitter. Briefly. I'll tell you guys, so Twitter had me busting up this morning. And also, Big Brother Twitter had me laughing. And I Love My Mama's Boy Twitter had me laughing. Those 3 shows they all had me laughing. But I'm telling you guys, them folks are still whining about Days of Our Lives and Peacock. I was like, they're still talking about it. Oh my God. This year's going super fast. I have some stuff I got to work on today because I have a show I want to debut in October, and that's literally 2 months from now. October's 2 months from now. That's not. Meditation has made my life better too. Yes, mine too. But anyway, so Twitter, crazy talk. I have some friends who are getting attacked on Twitter. I was like, it's not me this time. Though I had somebody attack me on YouTube, this chick, it turns out I'm seeing a pattern. She comes onto my shows and just says nasty things to me. I have not blocked her yet because I clap back to her to see if she's saying anything. She didn't say anything to me this time. But I was curious to see how many shows she'll do before she just like, this is just something she has to do. Because she was like, I'm disgusting or something. I'm like, where are you coming from? That's kind of weird. Like, that's kind of crazy. Anyway, folks are crazy. But this Days thing, people are still upset. And I had a couple of friends who, Kenneth Clark, yes, Bo, you're watching Bold right now. Yeah, you would be. I have Casey on my show this next Sunday. Bold, we will rewrite. Split Spotlight. Casey, the producer of Bold, is going to be on the show live. So there. But no, so people are attacking my friends who are like, support Days. You're not a real fan, and people are fighting. Oh my God. I put a gif of me eating popcorn. I'm just sitting there watching. It's not me this time. I'm just watching everybody else go at each other. And you know what? It's so funny. It's always like, you know that thing. My birthday Sunday. Kayla just had a birthday, didn't you? You did have just a birthday? How many birthdays do you have? Hi, Jeannie. So what makes me laugh is, you guys know how this goes. So something goes down between you and your partner, friend, cousin, whatever. But then the fight becomes about the fight. Or the fight becomes about the way you're fighting. And then the issue somehow gets swept under the rug. Because now you're fighting, well, you looked at me wrong when you said that. Well, no, you looked at me wrong when you said that. No, you looked at me wrong when you said that. That makes me laugh because it becomes, all of a sudden now you fight with the way you're fighting. So then somehow it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you're like, what were we fighting about? What was the original fight? What's the original fight? And so I'm seeing that happen on Twitter. It's like, you can't tell me I'm not a good fan. I get it. So why, if you're a good fan, why are you defending yourself? Why do you feel like you need to defend yourself? If you think you're a true fan, true blue fan, you're a true blue fan. So why? Anybody can say whatever they want, and who cares? But no. We agree with you. You should support Days Are Our Lives, but the way you said it, okay. So the one guy goes, okay, well then I'll rephrase it. They still didn't like it. So he's like, but you said it this way the first time. I'm like, oh my God. Hashtag crazy talk. I was laughing. I was watching. I was like, thank God it's not me this time. So I have nothing to say. I mean, literally yesterday, I wasn't really on Twitter that much. I got on. I saw a note later, some notes saying there's no Dish Days today, and we had no show yesterday either, and because I was off. And we need somebody to talk about Peacock and I'm like, we already talked about it. So James Lodge Jr. is telling you right now, time stamping it for August 8th, 2022 at 10:54 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have nothing more to say about Days and Peacock until we get more news about it. When we get we get the next step of news or anything, then we can talk about some more. But it's leaving the NBC. So no matter what the reasoning is, it's leaving NBC and it's going to Peacock. And right now, it seems going to cost $4.99. If you don't got $4.99, you don't got $4.99. If you don't got $1 and 3 friends, y'all split it. Then you got one. I mean, it's going. People are blaming writers, but it don't matter what the reasoning is. It's going. Just leave them. Because I can tell you, I already told you what the reasoning is. Nobody watching the shit. Nobody's watching the show. Ain't nobody watching Days Are Our Lives like they used to. And I told you the network don't care. I've been saying it for years. I don't know, anybody looking like I'm crazy. I'm like, I said it for years. I'm not surprised. I said it for years. But that's the point. It's like your feelings are valid. Everybody's feelings are valid. We got it. But nothing else more to say. It is going. It is going. There's nothing more to say. You know what I mean? It's going. It's leaving NBC. It's shocking. It's crazy. It's in some ways forward thinking. It's moving. So is Thursday Night Football. So is Dancing with the Stars. So we like How I Met My Father is on streaming, not on CBS. I mean, like that's where it's going. Oh, that's DC Sub-Sanctuary. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, to me, it's like, it doesn't matter what the reasoning is. They're trying to save it, not save it. It doesn't matter. It's leaving. There's nothing more for me to talk about it. Daisy Flower, 40. There's nothing more for me to talk about. So I've said I don't have any more. I mean, I don't need to host the spaces or come on. Davis, Candace, and I am taking over as well. Well, I was taking so I am at. Taking the time. I'm over talking about it as well. Yeah, it's like that's the thing. Hello, Candace. But that's the thing. It literally is. There's nothing more to say. I mean, like whatever's done is done. You'd be upset. So it's going back to the whole thing of, but you said it this way. But you said it this way. That makes me just laugh. It makes me laugh. I was like, okay, if that's where we're going, and that's where we're going. They like to gamble. Oh, you didn't hear DC? What happened to Procter and Gamble? Candace, would you like to fill DC Subsanctuary in on what happened to Procter and Gamble? Deidre says, I do not play NBC. Hi, Nathan Banks. I do not play NBC because they were so ready to cancel. Well, exactly. Yeah, but you don't understand. But no, I should say that. There are people who do understand. And they went off the air. If it's not going to be free, they went off the air. I'm like, see, I have this problem with When Calls the Heart for the Hardys that were doing that too. For When Calls the Heart. I've noticed online, because we don't know people in person. It seems to be online. If people don't get what they want, then they want the show just off the air and cancel. And so that creates a conflict. There's a lot of fans go, well, then you weren't really a fan then. Are you a fan of the show? Are you a fan of a specific person or character? Are you a fan of like, what is your thing? Like, and then I always say, I would never wish, unemployment for people, people's jobs. I mean, this is bigger than that. So that's kind of, I'm like, but just because you're not happy with the decision doesn't mean it should just go off the air. I'm like, it's if you don't like it, then that's fine. You don't follow, you don't want to pay. I get the optics of having to pay, and I already talked about all that already. But my thing, a lot of people will say, just get off the air. Well, originally, if there was no Peacock, it would be off the air. So at least you're getting another way to see it. But I just think it's just everybody's like the old people, the old people. I know folks who have technology and they're fine. But I get kind of what they're saying. There are folks like Betty Lou in Indiana who maybe just watch the show live on her little TV every day. So there are some folks who will be left behind. What happens? See, that's every technology, right? You know, there are folks that are always going to be left behind when it comes to certain technology. I have friends with flip phones, kids, flip phones. The thing flips open, they can't even post pictures. They can't go on the internet. They could possibly get a text or two, but it's limited. I was like, well, there you have it. And they're happy as a clam. Well, we always say happy as a clam. Are clams always happy? Like, seriously, how do we know if clams are happy? Happy as a clam. I know about that just now. I'm like, that's a weird saying. They must stop saying that, because that's just what I don't know. I mean, what the clams aren't happy? We keep saying they're happy. That kind of sucks. Anywho, then the Procter and Gamble stuff, I heard about that too. And it's like, you know, there you have it. I mean, it's if they erase everything, they erase everything. I mean, it's just they used to erase stuff all the time because they didn't have any extra tapes back in the day. To erase over shows all the time back in the early days. So there's a lot of early shows that aren't around, a lot of early All My Children's are not around. But if they deliberately said, buy all these tapes, that's how they owned it. I guess that's how they felt. It's just like soap operas. Well, I got in trouble for saying this, and I'm just not gonna say it again just because I don't want to get in trouble again. But soap operas, in some levels, soap operas are just treated poorly. They're treated as not as important. They're not treated like a piece of Americana as they should be. That's the bottom line. They're just not. And they need to be. They're just not. They're not treated the same. So they get washed away. You know. So anyway, so that's kind of your neighbors in Australia, right? You know, you try stuff. Remember, Guiding Light tried doing handheld cameras and outdoor shoots, and people were talking shit about it. But Ellen Wheeler was trying to save the show. She was trying to save it by cutting costs. Folks understand these shows are expensive to do. They're expensive to do, and they're already cut so many things down. They have to make a show for you. But you know, people go, well, better writing. I will agree on some level with that. But then what's better writing? That's the eye of the beholder. What does that mean? But secondly, I don't think it's gonna bring anybody new in. Some of these folks are doing great stuff. Nobody new's coming in. They're not attracting new viewers. They're holding on to the viewers they have. I think that's genuinely just widely known. It's like wrestling. There's no new viewers in wrestling. They're holding on to the ones that they've always had. You know, that's the important part. So I think people need to understand soaps aren't where they used to be, and it's our fault. It's on us. If the public don't tune in and make sure amount of money for them, then this is what happens. I mean, where are all the Days fans? Of yesteryear. That's the thing, Monsieur. I don't know. That's the same. What is great writing? That's a rhetorical question. What is great writing to you? I ask people that, and they give me these stories. I'm like, that doesn't mean it's great. I mean, that's okay, sure. You know, sure. But everybody has an idea what they think great writing is. And I'm like, there were a lot of great writers in the past, yes. Did some amazing stuff. But I mean, I don't know if that's, you know, because some folks will say they love certain storylines and it was good writing. I would say no, they weren't good writing. And they hate those storylines. I was not a mob person. And that click bang thing that's very popular in General Hospital, I'm like, yes, if filming wise was very interesting. But I wasn't a mob person. So the mob storylines fell flat for me. But there are folks who like them. My favorite soap opera, I don't have one, to tell you the truth. Because they're all so different. Christopher Goutman is good. I mean, Hogan Schaefer is good. Douglas Marlin was good. I like James D. Riley. I like this crazy stuff. So I don't have one. I just know there were certain shows and certain time periods I really liked. Click bang, click boom. See, that's how exciting. That's how invested I was in that storyline. So I wasn't a Brenda fan. So that's. I mean, I didn't dislike her either. I was just like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's how invested I was. But see, I loved all the possession storyline back in the day, and all the Carly buried alive, and I loved all that. I loved all that shit. Douglas Marlin would take time and create all these characters and families, and then make them then turn outside the whole Snyders and all them, and as the world turns. You know, it's kind of. I mean, it's just it is. Here's Go with Major Journeys. I just think that there's great writing could be anything. It could be, like I said, I like the possession storyline is something that's very controversial, right? But like the original one, what I saw was it was a love story. That's what it was. It was a love story. And that's what the whole thing was about. It was a love story. You're trying to save Marlena. But it started out with Stefano, who was infatuated with Marlena too, who brought like it was rooted in something. You know, it was outrageous, but rooted in something. And I think that to me, the people say that's horrible writing. I think it's great writing. You know, the death of BJ, mixed with Maxie needing a heart. Beautiful story. Beautiful story. You know, I mean, I think there's certain scenes that I think are really good. So I just don't know, I just bring it down. But I'm not here to debate Brenda and something else. I'm just saying that there are folks that people love and storylines they love that which again goes to everyone's taste is different. So again, what is good writing in quotes? You know, it's like that's the thing. Let's see. Let's see. Candace wants to write for a soap opera. I don't. I have completely said it out loud. No, thank you. Because soap fans are bonkers. I do not want to write for that. Nope, no, thank you. Soap fans, you write something you think it's great and they hate it. Then you write something that you think you hate it, they love it. I mean, I just nah. I watch soaps. I would not want to be involved. Oh, no thanks. No, thank you. We'll let Candace do it. Somebody we know also is writing for a soap, and so two we know is writing for soaps right now, so that's fine. But I'd rather just watch the soaps because I just think it's just the fan base is too fickle, and it's too, and they are, Good Ryan keeps you tuned in to see what happens next. There's that too, but see that Tektronics, for some folks will go, well, that I don't like that storyline, but I go, but every day people are tuning in. You know what I mean? And then so is that good writing? That depends on what keeps you tuned in and that keeps someone else tuned in. I'm not arguing with you, Tektronics. I'm just saying this is what people are telling me. For me, telling me are like, I ask people, what does this mean? They don't make any money, Mysterio. They don't make any money. I don't know if they make average. They don't make any money. How's the weekend? I'm going to do a show on it, Sherry. I'm going to do a show on it today, later, about Christmas Con. I'm going to do a whole separate show on that. Because I want to make sure I give every detail to you guys and what's going on. So that'll be later today. I may do it live or I may do it recorded. I'm not sure yet. So just stay tuned for that. But I do want to talk about the weekend. I want to talk about the weekend. But this one was completely something different. And then compelling, what does that mean? I think we all can agree on pacing. think it's the one thing, and Candace just said that, I think it's the one thing that we all can agree on is pacing of story. Right now, all the soaps are guilty of slow ass pacing of stories. Some shows are doing better in terms, I don't care what people think. Well, neither do the writers. That's the thing. I think that I care what people think. It's just, I just don't want to deal with it. I would have to leave social media. I like being on social media, but I'd have to leave it. I don't want people screaming at me about how they hate my storyline. Because I'll just be like, you get on my nerves. But yes. I'm talking about Christmas Con in a separate show. I'm gonna give it the attention it deserves. So stay tuned. I'm gonna give it a separate show. But that's the thing. It's that pacing. I think we all can agree on. Sometimes the pacing is atrocious in these shows. General Hospital is the biggest culprit. It's the biggest culprit. I gotta play Zenday's bio uncle coming to. Well, I also, DC, I have the producer coming on this Sunday on my show live. 11 a.m. Casey Kaspersnik's coming on my show. He was on 2 years ago, but he's coming on my show live, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this Sunday. So we're going to ask him all kinds of questions. Trust and believe. And I'm going to bring up my role on Bold and the Beautiful. I'm going to bring it up. So kids, it is a trippy time in soaps right now. What they did at Days is shake it up. They shook it up. They shook up they just said, okay, folks, you guys are all complacent. Let's just shake this up. And now it's leaving on a Peacock. Like it changed. People are losing their shit. It's very interesting. I'm going to do a summer show. There are people watching. There are people, oh my God, hey guys, you're watching. Super chats are enabled if you want to give a little something to the channel. BuyMeCoffee.com, James Lott Jr. I have my coffee mug. We have merchandise, JLJmedia.threadless.com. We have merchandise. People are buying our tank tops, especially because it's so hot out there. I'm waiting for money to come in. It's already 80 degrees here in Inglewood, in LA. And I guess it's too much. It's hot already. But I was doing a show, so I was doing a button-up show, so I have this. Maybe James, you come on and Sunday something later. Years in the fire. I say those y'all Billy. Okay, why you gotta kill me? Okay, first of all, you wrote a role for me. Now you throw me off a building. Come on, we're fellow black men. We've been throwing black men off buildings. We're on there. Oh, and the sad part is I'm old enough to be Zenday's father. That's the sad part. I can't even say I'm too young. No, I'm not too young. I'm no Jordan and TJ. I'm literally old enough to be these people's fathers. So no violence. I know. Thank you, Kevin. I'm like, you throw me off a building, and I'm like, what? Why am I going to off a building? Well, that's shady. You're like, James, I like you. Bye-bye. Click. So I don't think anybody's forced to do anything. I don't know. We don't know details. I'm waiting for. Like I said, I have nothing more to say about it. The last thing I'm going to say about Days of Peacock is that. I'm sure more information is coming. I'm sure it's going to be some more digest interview. There has to be, right? There has to be. As funny as on Friday, I wrote Friday's Days was very enjoyable on Twitter, and nobody responded. I really did. I really enjoyed it. 50 is on a day. I'm not even 50. I'm 53 years old. I was born in 1969. I'm 53 years old. Grandfather of 5. But I will take it. I'll take 42. Shit, that's 10 years younger than me. There's too many streaming channels. There are a lot of streaming channels, Tony JC. There are. I'm happy about it because I have a lot of them. They give me what I want. Cable's too expensive, you guys. Cable is ridiculous. I don't even watch half the channels on cable. I just don't. I really don't. I don't watch them. I have them. I barely watch A&E or I don't watch any of those channels. I don't watch Lifetime and shit. I don't watch any of that shit. I don't. I'm literally paying for all these channels I don't even pay for. At least with streaming, I get what I want. I can watch what I want. I mean, it's I don't know. It's much more condensed. Now I'm taking people hostage. Dang. I can't be a good guy, comes on and just like loves his son and helps and becomes part of the family. Dang. I know. See, dating flower like that. I need to be Taylor's either a friend or that assistant you never see. Lindsay. Lindsay's never there. We were just walking in her office. And Krista and I are friends in real life. I don't use Fire. I have cable. See, I'm saying I have cable. So I am the one who loses as cable that pays all that money. And I have the streaming. But I know people who have Fire Sticks. I do. I actually have one of my, I used to have one in my other place. So movie store, I say, he's like, but you just like, make me evil and throw me off buildings. I'm like, dang. As you know, Miss DC, I'm a writer myself of 15 audio dramas. I'd write something a little different for myself. Right, there's no one days. They're not. It's like it's you know. So I'm very curious how this goes. Let me presume dead. There are other types of storylines too on these shows. Cheese and crackers. No, but I know the future is now, folks. Stuff is going down now. So you gotta shit or get off the pot. You gotta be left behind. There's Albert's. You gotta be left behind. Give her license. Oh, you guys are mean. I love it. You guys are just like it's Shady Monday. I know. I was looking to Shady Monday. I did look to Shady Monday on Twitter. It is Shady Monday, you guys. You guys are shady. You know, I can get mad at that because I'm shady all the time, so I can get mad at that. So you guys are too much, kids. Too much. No, I just the world is changing. Either you're gonna change with it or not. That's just the bottom line. You know, and Tracy, I'm almost at that point. So I'm kind of like I watch all these a la carte things. If I can find them elsewhere, I really don't need cable. I really don't. We test it. See, there you go, MJ. I like that. I can be Tessa's voice coach. Oh, why not? I know Kate. There's other roles I could have where I could live another day. I want to live. I want to live. But not in this heat, though. I'm like, ugh, it's like so hot. When I'm buttoning a shirt, don't get excited, everybody. When I'm buttoning a button, I'm like my blouse. It's hot. It's getting hotter. I can tell it's getting hot. I can tell I'm sweating already. It's been 15 minutes. See how hot it is in LA now. It's now 84 degrees. It was 80 degrees 10 minutes ago. It's 84 degrees now. Yo, P Valley. I've heard about P Valley. Yes. No, that's the thing. People, I've done it before where I've come on, paid for the month, watched everything, took a month off. I've done that. You know what I mean? Like just come in, do your little thing, come out, do your little thing. Now, if James Lott Jr. and Lauren St. Victor could have a love scene, yes, we worked that out. I'm trying to think. What can I be? What our name would be? That's my name. It's 92 degrees Fahrenheit in Central Virginia. That doesn't really help me because it's 84 degrees here in Inglewood, and I'm hot as F. I'm start doing a striptease, but I don't want to scare you guys. How do I stream for so long? Any helpful tips? I don't. What do you mean? Like, how do I stream in terms of just talking? You don't mean technical. You mean like actual what I'm doing, right? Please confirm. I can answer your question. But if it's technical, I'll show up here. Say, your PS4. Hey, I'm on PS4. Hi, PS4 people. Let's see how to people. That's fun. Soon you're to watch it in your microwave. Actually, I have a friend who was watching me on the refrigerator. There was smart TV in the refrigerator. I'm like, those are fancy. My refrigerator is old school. I don't got no ice maker. I got ice cube trays. Let's like talk. Okay, let's like talking. Okay. A lot of my friends who are in the business, who are hosts, actually praise me because they're like, James, you seem so natural at this. They can't do this. If they have a show that's specific, they can do it. If they have a script, they can do it. People, people can come on if they have a specific purpose. To come on and just talk and bring up topics, it is an art that I have mastered. I've been doing this. I used to work on radio, so I come from radio where you talk all the time. So that's something I used to talk for an hour every day. So I know radio, so I can do that from there. When I came to TV, I just feel like that's why I love these I love these chats. I can do without chat too. I have an idea of what I want to talk about. It's always good to know. I have some notes sometimes, little notes on here sometimes. Well, I'm gonna hit that point. But I just go. I'm very present person. I live in the moment, and I just go. I did improv, and like I said, I did that whole scene was improv. It was improv on Studio City. That was not scripted. It was Sean saying, "Trust me, I trust you." Timothy Woodward Jr., the director, was wonderful. They were like, "James, you're amazing. We know you can do this." And that whole half of that episode is all improv between all of us, me, him, and Jax Dallas. And so that was I've hosted live events my whole life, so I just know how to. I hold baby showers, and I just stay present. I'm a very present person. If I'm with you, okay, Johnny JC, me and Flobo. I saw your man the other day, haha. But no, but that's the whole thing. I kind of. So if I have lives, oh, thank you, Lori. I was a mean host to Sean Caden. It was so funny. No, when I have a live with guests, with chats, you guys play an important part of me talking, because I look over and I'm like, okay, now Matt, I may have made our friends a little upset the other day when I was in the chat room talking shit about them not looking at the live, but I don't care. To do this, and this is not easy either. I have 8 years of experience, and AfterBuzz TV taught me this. So I know how to look at the live, keep talking, watching the time, drinking my water, look at my phone. I mean, I have experience in this. You do things over and over again. So I try to tell the newbies, if you're going to go live, you have to look at the chat room. You have to. The chat room gets offended when you're live. They're your audience. You got to talk to your audience, but not just talk at them. You have to include them in it. And as you guys know in here sometimes, you guys are hilarious sometimes. You guys say some crazy shit to me. I love it. I sit next to me, exactly, Matt. I know how you are. But that's the truth. I think we got a little bump from me, because I was just like, hello. I mean, this is like, you have to. I've said this to many of them. It takes time and finessing, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I mean, it's just you have to keep using it for your advantage. So when I'm looking over here chatting now, I like to be on with you and Flobo. I can make some funny jokes off of that, or I can make something serious off of that. So Sanctuary actually ask a question, kind of, so I can comment off of that. There's Mandis is here. And then see that, so I see Candace come in. I go, and she's like, man, I go, Mandis is here. There's so much you can do with the chat. Now, if you're by yourself, I just got a message. I'll look at that later. I had to rate. Always I learn people things. Yeah, no, we do. Yeah, that's the thing. I learn things from people. I learn things from Albert. I'm the same way. I learn things from people all the time. I learn stuff from Albert. I learn things from folks all the time. Whether I like them or not, if they do something that's very interesting, I go, that's interesting. I do catch things. There are things I catch with my competition. I catch things. Oh, that's good too. I will give people, like you, Albert. I will give people props, no matter who they are. If they do something that's very good or clever, I'm like, that's good. There was a fellow host who I'm not a fan of, but he did an interview that was really good. And I was like, I promoted it. We were shocked, like, no, but I'm like, but I feel like everybody should see it. It's really good. It's a good interview. I can separate church and state, so to speak. So I'm just like, that's what you do. So that is, yeah, that's great. So I think but if you're by yourself, so if you have a live chat, use them. If you're by yourself, kind of have an idea what you want to talk about. I always write down little notes and say, I want to talk about this, and this. And just start with one and keep going. When you talk about it, so you're done talking about it. I can talk. No, I haven't watched that one, DC. I've not watched that one. I haven't. It's got a lot of views I saw, but I haven't looked at it. I haven't seen it. But it's you know, it's. I did have a draw from this news. Well, I mean, it's just you know, it's. You just try to stay in the moment. I can talk. I can talk anything. So, you know, and when I have nothing to say, I sign off. There have been some times I was like, I don't have much I have to say today, and you just cut it off. Yes, I had Jollibee. That was oh my god, my video is up there on YouTube. Oh, Jollibee is my favorite. That I saw something like gravy in my refrigerator. Sure. They want me to do a tourist places yesterday, Candace, about days and Peacock. I'm like, I'm done talking about Peacock. I want to see your Peacock. God, no. I'm done talking about it. I'm done talking about it. I have nothing. No, there's nothing I want to say about it. James is done. D-U-N, done. He's done talking about it. Until we get new news. When we get new news, then I can talk about it. But right now, everything's been said. And we'll see what the difference may be on the show. There's a lot of possibilities. I think there's a lot of possibilities. Rather, the other possibility is cancellation. So in the meantime, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, guys. I'm all for it. Let's see what happens. I'm all for it. I'm just all for it. Let's see what it brings. And stop comparing it to 2013. That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Well, so far, Cass, we're at 23, I think 24, 25 in the Patreon right now. It's patreon.com/JamesLiveJr. We want more people to come. It is you. That's been mine all week. Right. These shows are only as hot and as busy because of us. We're the what? We're the audience. We do have a say. We do control it. If more, where are the? How can we get Days fans to tune in? That's a rhetorical question. I mean, I'm not asking people to tell me how to tune in because everybody will give me 10 different answers, but I don't think that they're tuning in. Soap fans in general. How do you get new soap fans or laxed soap fans to come back? Yeah, that was 10 years ago. Funny. I don't know that line, but yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like, that's the thing. It's like, it's up to us. You're only as, you know, you're the only, you know. You know, my Patreon. I'll put it in here. I forgot to put it in here. So I have a Patreon, and there's different tiers. You can join any one. I put out content almost every single day. Seriously, all kinds of stuff. I got more stuff coming this week. I got all kinds of good things coming out there. Almost every single day, I post something on my Patreon. On my buymeacoffee.com, I have a podcast called Lots of Coffee. New episode coming out. That's a lot of fun. I have my t-shirts. I have my stuff here. I'm pushing my wares. I got songs coming out this month. Working on a couple of books right now. Series. I have stuff coming, you guys, from me and my friends and fellow coworkers and collaborators and colleagues. We're working it out, kids. We are working it out. We are working it out. And Candace, I might have something for you too, actually. I'll be talking to you off camera. Yeah, I might have something for you. I'm looking at that. I have to work on it first, and then I can come back to you. Lot of content. Like I said, so Christmas is, oh dang. So Christmas Con, I will talk about it. How do I have so much time? I don't even know. And what's so weird is I found a hard drive from like before I was even famous, where I actually have found all this content I have on their channel that I've never released. I also kept, here's the thing. So I always, yeah, for you, Candace Mack. So I always kept diaries, video footage. I was always a Monday cliffhanger. I've always kept things, items when it came to my work. So I always have all kinds of stuff. And so when Flobo was like, you should go on Patreon, I was like, oh, I have stuff. Now, trust me, kids, I sleep. I do go to bed and I do go to sleep. And the last 3 months, well, no, before July, so April, May, June, I only worked 30% of what I normally work. And that was on purpose. I made sure I was completely taking time off, having lunches and dinners with friends and brunches. No, I do not want to be a person who works 24/7, but I do work hard when I'm working. I love the way the audio soaps that you and Chris host produce. So many people do them now. It's crazy how a lot of people. Well, that's so funny. James Lott Jr., Candace Mack, Case Edison. We were the first to publicize doing an audio soap back in the pandemic 2.5 years ago. So we were the first. And then I started bringing others, and the industry notices us, and we won an award over some people. So we beat like Lisa Kudrow and shit. Like we won that award. So we're on our way. And I noticed this morning that my shows Peppermint Winters and the Kringles both are doing very well today for some reason. They're in my top 10. So if folks are listening to them, that's great. I'll take it. And that's why my shows are out there. They're evergreen. You and I can make each night a first. They're evergreen, so you can listen to them anytime. I mean, you don't have to listen at a certain time of year. You can listen wherever. You're welcome, America. You're welcome, America. You're welcome. You're welcome, Candace, because I brought you in on it, Candace. I thought of Candace Mack, and I brought her in on it. So thank you, James Lott Jr. But we are doing, I have 15 of them, and others in development. DC featured on one that we did, going to be featured on another one we're going to do. So I'm like, we are working it out. We are working it out. The emails, my favorites. Season 3, we'll be rewriting that soon. Candace Mack's on that one. She's a great addition, season 2. That's on a good cliffhanger. But I have 15 audio dramas and comedies out there. So, I mean, not just one or two, you get a bunch. And it's something for everybody, from LGBTQI plus to Black to Latino. We have a guy who's native, who's a native person who's a lead. We have dramas and comedies and, whimsical and graphic. Cherie, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. We take it. And there's Tammy Govea. Wake up your hair. I want to see it. She knows my hair's still asleep. Okay. Should I show my hair? My hair is not called. I've not done anything to my hair. This is Christmas Con hair. So this is for you guys. Ta-da! It's like I haven't done anything to it. I haven't done anything. It's still coming from the weekend, but I haven't done anything to it. I look like a black Einstein. I don't know what's going on here, but I haven't done anything to it yet. So that's why I'm wearing a hat, because it's just crazy talk. There you go, guys. That's all you get. Back on. How to organize? I'm a professional organizer. So I am. Everybody saying hi to Tammy. Say hi to Tammy Govea. I'm a professional organizer by trade, so my life is very organized. I have a lot of things going on, yes. But here is the kicker, you guys. I'm not hard on myself. If I don't get to it, or if I can't get to it, I can't get to it. If some things don't work out, they don't work out. Like, I just let it go. I'm not an overachiever in terms of that. I schedule it. I try to do the best I can, and that's what I do. That's what I do. I just do the best I can. But I get a lot of work done. I'm a completer. I like to complete stuff. I like seeing my work out there for you guys. I don't like things sitting in the queue just half done. That bugs the shit out of me. I'm an overachiever that way. I like to get it done. I am a hurricane. Take care, Albert. Have a good day. Stay hydrated if it's warm where you are. Be careful where you are. You are a black man in America. So go back. Can't go back to the kids. And I have to get off. It's 11:30. I have been talking since 7:30 this morning straight. So that is 4 hours straight. I need to rest my voice. So either this afternoon I'll be back on for Christmas Con, or I might record it. I'm not sure yet, but just stay tuned for that. I'm going to tell you everything. If you guys haven't seen it, I have posted pictures everywhere on all social media platforms. You can see the pictures. But I will be posting video. Okay, I'll be talking about all that. And think babies, kids. That's funny. But I have to go. Thank you for all the likes. We are at 22 likes and 26 watching. Thank you for the super chat. Sheree, thank you so much for that. Mysterio, everybody films, Albert, DC, you'll hear from me in an email later. Everybody have a good day. I'm having a good Monday, so I'm wishing everybody a really good Monday. That's what I'm wishing.